my god, I think I'm going to sneeze just like that. Ah. Well then, Arknight, once again, finally, almost finishing the story of these events. Man, I keep wondering to myself how bad it is, whatever information the people of Yam are trying to hide, for them to go to such a length just to keep the truth hidden like that. It needs to be really, really, really important. At this point, I imagine this might have something to do with... Actually, I don't know. I was about to say it might have something to do with the Sui siblings, but at this point, I'm not so sure anymore. Anyhow, time to read the story. ORSD2 Roasted Chestnut. Try to crack a chestnut with brute force, and you will only hurt yourself. Dip one in oil, another in water, place them in a pot, cover with the rest of the chestnuts, and roast them over fire. You will know when they are ready, when you hear a thundering crack. Okay. It sounds like it could be some type of analogy related to the story. I'm going to try to guess that this is going to be the breaking point of it, because in the last stream we lived in the story in a part where Lin Qiangyan was was being escorted to the review office. So this has got to be the breaking point, right? I'm still not entirely sure how exactly you would fit into all of this, despite the fact that he has obviously a relation related to culinary and he was present in the foundation of Baija. But outside of that, I still don't really see the connection here. Oh well. Start. Had someone better take over? If father heard that, I'm sure he would be chewing your head off. Don't joke with me, brother. Of all us siblings, who could compare to you in either knowledge or strength? Once you ascend the throne and move into the Forbidden City, I can leave you for the Sky Mirror Pavilion with peace of mind. I'll set up shop as a scribe, and look after all Yan's ancient records. In a way, I will also take some weight off your shoulders. Brother, no more hesitating. At this point, only you can convince father. The Grand Preceptor. No. All three Grand Ministers supported this move. Even in the face of the officers of young citizens, public opinion will still bear out. Brother, this is the right thing to do. You can't pull out now. I will stand with you. Oh, is this? Why me? Why did it have to be me? Our youngest brother died because of you. They all died because of you. You shove it all on me, make me take the blame alone, deal with the whole wearing mess alone, and you just leave like nothing happened. Young Wu, never return again. Young Wu. Look how idle you are. All the mid-autumn festivities of Lungmen, and you don't plan to attend a single one. Should I? Who wants to see my wrinkly mug on their TV anyway? The Swire's girl is a planner. He'll handle it. Can make anything lively. I have watched you grow lazier day after day since we came back from Humor. You just coop up in your study at home eating snacks. If you don't go out for a walk anytime soon, you might just start putting on a beer belly. I haven't seen Lin Kojui, however that the name is pronounced, get out much since spring. I can't even find a partner for morning jogs now. He's old. I'm old. The young ones know how to do it all. If I keep sticking my head in, they won't think I am cool. So now you understand, huh? If you would realized any sooner, would little Chen have ever left? Oh, we are talking about Chen now. How long was it? Sorry, what? Little Chen, how long has it been since she left? 5 years. Oof. It's been 5 years. We don't even know what she's going through out there, or how her disease is. I know she was at Human when I was there. She's doing fine. Her swordmanship's progressed, so she's fine, I suppose. So you just watched her leave again? She doesn't want to see me, and she doesn't want to come back. I can't force her. Don't worry. Her path's longer than ours. Ooh, Shadow Guard. How long has it been since the last time we have seen one of these guys? Lord Wei, a letter for you. That they made you deliver personally. It's from the capital. Oh fuck. The sender? His Majesty's Imperial Guard. Fuck. Oh fuck. Did he have any message aside from the letter? The Trulang invites Lord Wei to the capital for the Feast of 100 Delicacies. And for a moon viewing together. Fuck. This... I don't know, this doesn't sound like good news to me. Leave the letter on my desk. You're dismissed for now. If we may ask what Lord Wei intends. I have my own plans. None of you needs to worry. Lord Wei, we volunteer to escort you to the capital. I said you're dismissed. This can't be good, man. Why don't we open up your invitation and see what they wrote exactly? No need, just leave it there. This day was meant to come. I even thought it would come a little sooner. How many years has it been? Oh, that's a little good writing trick. First he asked this question about Shen, and now we bring this question back again for this matter at hand. 40. It's been 40 whole years since I left Baijiao. And so many important people come from Baijiao. Jesus Christ. Humans should have reached the capital by, I suppose, my brother settling all his old debts in one clean go. A clean slate in time for autumn. A fine autumn had that. You can choose not to go. It's been 40 years already. What's he going to do? Send another unit of Imperial Guards? A whole army? Enough nonsense. At this point, that's not what he intends. Then what does he intend? You know, I have never really brought those days with him before. Enough. I don't want to hear it. Mizuki, I have let down a lot of people throughout my life. Edward, my sister, my teacher. And I have to admit that my brothers turned out to be one more on the pile. You can also say that it was the position that killed so many people. And who had a choice? Then it wasn't your fault. Even if you stayed, would things have turned out better? Would there be no blood? Nobody would have remembered a minister pleading the commoner's case. They would only remember a regicidal, fratricidal prince. Interesting. If you have questions, ask. I am in a hurry. Mind your attitude. You're also a theoretical suspect in our crime scene. But seeing as you are a co-worker, I will spare you the interrogation. I told you, I saw the culprit on the scene. I just miscalculated and failed to arrest him. Calm down. Are you going to physically vent on me just because you didn't catch the one who did it? I would have to match your strength first. But you're still somewhat sober. In light of the years we have spent together in the Judicio, then, can you tell me, this afternoon, why were you at Dingfenlo at the scene of the crime? An investigation. In the run-up to the Feast of 100 Delicacies, we have had the scrollery be burned, then 2 fires at Dingfenlo. Don't you think this string of cases could be connected somehow? So, you're saying you knew beforehand that someone would set fire to Dingfenlo today, and thus you were lying in wait for them? I was just there following up a lead. Just there following up a lead. Do you need me to list off every action you have taken the last few days? You have been tailing me? I don't have that sort of free time, but I have ways of knowing these things, naturally. Let me ask once more. Who are you meeting at Dingfenlo today? I fear I'm not the only one working on the sky, on the sly. Explain? For your information, you never told me the Ministry of Rights files on Gu Quan were forged and that he was sent to death row before leaving Baijiao. As a minister, you must have known these things. These are all clearly key points of evidence. Why were they nowhere to be found in the Judicial Review Office archives? And why would you cover up? So this is the lead on the scrollery fire that you were toiling over for the last few days? How did you find any of this out? It's none of your concern how I found out. There is a piece of advice I gave to Yu Chang in the past, and I will give it to you now. Some past affairs are learned of, some are not learned of. In both cases, there are reasons why. Some things are best left forgotten by all. I never imagined I would hear those words come from a minister. You may consider me a schemer all you like. A minister merely booted over from the Ministry of Justice. But I know exactly what I am saying. And I know that regardless of the thousands of reasons you might have, the reason is still and merely the truth, not anyone's tool to broaden the divide. There will always be someone who remembers the truth and the meaning behind it. For example, that girl shut in the next room, whom you took every pain to secretly bring to Baijiao, all the way from Victoria. Fuck. Yes, I did uncover that Gu Quan had a daughter in Victoria. She too can provide vital testimony in the Gu Quan case. Lin Qingyan, when will you stop playing dumb? You have already found out the Gu Quan files are fake. You know Yu Chang is on the trail of that very case. So, I'm guessing you have also found out about the child who the Imperial Guard brought back 40 years ago, who they recorded in the files as deceased. You have your suspicions as to the truth of this case, correct? Was that girl you brought back here born in Victoria or born in Baijiao? You know full well. You clearly long suspected her identity, and still you decided to bring her back. Were you that confident you could pull this off without a hitch? Or was it that in pursuit of the truth, you didn't even care if she lived or died? You are threatening me. You think I'm joking? Lin Qingyan's gaze fixes tight on the minister's notes. She doesn't even notice how her own attire is soaked through in cold sweat. But in the next instant, with a bizarre warping of light, the paper in her hands vanishes. But back on topic, that's not what I care about, at least not now. It's not what I care about most. I have told you, past affairs are never as important as present. So, what are these past affairs of yours? You know that Yumen is less than 100 li from Baijiao right now. For 3 months, Baijiao has been preparing to split up and move. And how does this relate to the Gu Quan case? Should you keep investigating this case, then there will only be one person in all of Yan who can give you your answers. Qingyan, take one step out of this door, and I can no longer protect you. Let alone her. Oh. So is Blaze really that important of a figure? At Chen's old place, in the study, there's a secret closet. After I leave, go there and take what's inside. Follow those instructions, and you can protect Lungman's safety and your own. So, you're going? Now's the perfect time to. Hojo's girl is doing a great job handling the downtown. And the Swire's future doesn't rest on the sick-old tiger anymore. Lungman doesn't need a Wei Yan Wu anymore, or a chief executive. I think you're giving your last words a little too early. This is about Lungman's future. Fumizuki, listen to me. I have made a lot of mistakes, done a lot of things I regret. But Lungman, our city, built by us, a home to millions. Lungman must stay. Then you stay too, and I take care of it. Youngsters can handle it all, but it still needs some oldies to look after it. You see this letter too. How am I meant to ignore this? So once again, you will just roll over and die? Just like last time you would pay with your life? Is what how you're envisioning it? Does that make anything even? It's different this time. There is no one standing on the other side. I'm just facing my own debts. I made a choice 40 years ago, and ever since, with every action I take, I try to convince myself that even knowing how many people I have failed, I was still right to make that choice. But I can't run forever. You know, your life's never been yours alone. Not then, and certainly not now. Forget about sacrificing yourself to make up for anything. You can't make up for a mistake with another mistake. It never ends that way. At our age, we should have already learned that lesson now. Say, we will face this together. Mizuki, don't try and stop me. You cannot stop me. Aim for my past. Well then, you leave me with no other choice. While I'm stood here, you're not going anywhere. Yan Wu, this time, I will protect you. I swear it. Oh, the couple are fighting. Oh, Blaze, you're so unaware of it all. If Blaze really is that important, if Blaze is the one that they were talking about here, in that room, then Gukwan might not be her father, right? I mean, as far as we know about Gukwan, he was a low-ranking Mandarin for the Ministry of Rights, so he can't have that much significance for the Yan government. So I start to suspect that Gukwan is not Blaze's biological father. It's just a suspicion. Lazy, you are alright? Of course I am alright. All that judicial lady asked was what I saw during the fire, and I just told the truth. I didn't see anything, so then she just let me go. The heck did you do? How come you took so long? It's no matter. Now, let's go. Wait. Go? Why? That Mobufo clearly still has tons of answers. Aren't we gonna follow up with him? There's nothing to follow up on. Pardon? I'm not meddling with your father's case anymore. I will get you out of Baijiao in the next day or two. Lin Qingyan, that's one stupid joke to tell me now. You know that. No. Wait. You just found a new lead, didn't you? That's why you're just screwing with me? Okay, now, for real, tell me what you found or... Blaze. I got the official debriefing from the judicial case files. Gukwan, an ethnic yanese from Victoria, joined the Ministry of Rights in 1077 as a ceremonial officer. Reassigned as envoy of ceremonial rights in 1092, headed for Victoria as part of a diplomatic mission. On the way, encountered an unexpected snowstorm and passed away after falling to a river. What? Lazy, you are lying to me, aren't you? Just trying to shove me out of a picture again? You have been asking me just what the deal was with your father's death, haven't you? Well, every lead's been truly investigated. There is no doubt. That's it. It was just an accident. All the gaps in the files have been made replete. This case can be closed. Oh, lazy. In Crips, the mid-autumn, the night sky is moonless. Out in the streets, the energy poles churn away maxed output, but the drop in temperature is still noticeable to some. All falls still in the dead of night. The human sea recedes. A biting breeze blows through. If you're that cold, just turn on the heater. Easy for you to say. If we are going to keep running this shabby little eatery, we have to pinch every penny we can on Worf. Damn it. Look how late it is. When will Blaze and her friend show up? You're wondering about that reward money, huh? I not. Is this window letting air in? I need to fix it later. Wait, are they back? Oh, you are... What? Am I not allowed in? Please, come inside. I will put some tea for you now. Anything to eat? Noodles. Longevity noodles. Right. I will make you some now. One's made by your boss. Well... Jan glances back at the staircase where the young chef had been standing. By now, he's vanished without a trace. He's out on business. Then I'll wait for him here. Far out. He wants to be back for a fortnight. And I will still wait. I have waited 30 years. So long that I should roll out. What's a little longer? Chef Mo, please don't joke around now. You're the first under heaven when it comes to cooking. What could be worth wasting your time here? The first under whose heaven? Mobufu downs his teacup in one go. The hot tea spills from the corners of his mouth and drips down his wizened white beard. I remember clearly. That winter 30 years ago, a catastrophe wrecked my home village. Those of us lucky enough to survive took off. Me, with nothing but cooking skills. We thought, let's scrape by in Baijao. We went through hell. We were almost there when we ran into another group of refugees. Or maybe a bandit gang. I'm not sure. They followed us for a long way across the icy waste, weapons in hand. We began to realize that they were after the remaining supplies and rations we had left. By the time we had been trekking for a month, plenty of us were sick or hurt. We had barely scraps left to eat, far from enough for both sides to cross that wasteland. There was no escape, so we decided we may as well risk it all with them. However, when we were just about to go out fighting, we smelled something delicious. That's when we saw him. Ooh, flashback. There was an old temple not far away from where we were. Someone set up a stove by the gateway, boiling up a wok of noodles. We couldn't see his face properly through all the steam. We had no clue why someone would be making noodles there, but we were past the point of wondering, of asking, even of fighting. That wonderful smell and those piping hot noodles drew all of us near the wok, and we had waited around him, quiet. Never before have I eaten something so delicious. The moment those noodles entered my mouth, I felt like my tongue had been numb for decades, only to spring back to life right then and there. All along, I never knew that a meal could taste so arresting, so absorbing. It felt like a flavor beyond us humans. By the time I finished my noodles, I look up from my bowl. He was gone. Who knew that in my lifetime studying as a cook, the most profound lesson I would learn would be in a shack of a temple outside Baijao City. From then on, I appreciate it all over, so that one day I might make a bowl of noodles like those. But I couldn't. in the end, I just can't. You know, what if you're misremembering? I mean, look, you were starving at the time. Maybe that's why you found that bowl of noodles so tasty. Do you not trust my tongue? 30 years a bowl of noodles has been burnt into my mind. 30 years I have been searching for it. If whoever that was is still in Baijiao, he must be over 50 by now. I search all over the city. The well-known tea maker in the north, nothing. The guy who made the best pastries in the south, still nothing. I searched and searched until my fellow oldies in cooking retired, and only I was left. I was on the verge of giving up. But today, once more, I tasted it. I don't know why. Her cooking skills were immature, but the noodles she brought forth tastes exactly like it. It was your chef here who taught her those noodles. Am I right? How do you know? We sent out 100 written invitations to the Ding Fen Lo competition. I can recall everyone. I have long been aware of saviors as yous had a reputation. I don't know what kind of relation your chef and that savior of mine have, and I have no clue why he's willing to waste his talents away like this. But I want to do the same. All the cooking skills I have inherited over the years, I can't let them end with me. Mo Bufu stands, produces a ladder from his pocket, and places it on the table. You tell him this, that untrained disciple of his. She passes. Tell her to report to Ding Fen Lo 2 days later before noon. Huh? She just passes? You get good enough business here. Did this doorstep sink again recently? We haven't replaced it in over 10 years. Low doorsteps can keep the wind out. It's getting colder in the coming days. The boss won't let me. He says the lower the better. Too high and all the diners will stop coming. Mo Bufu taps over that low doorstep and disappears into the thick of night. Once again, the restaurant is empty, save for squalls of wind through the hall. Their whistle grows louder, as if lamenting. Is he gone? You really are. I heard Blaze passed the test. Does that mean the prize money? Forget about the prize money. What's wrong with you to torment a man like that? He's 70, 80 years old, and you just watch him freak out like that? You can just find an apprentice to fit him, right? What's to worry about? Look at me. I never worry about things like that. Put yourself in his shoes. He spent a lifetime honing his craft just for it to be lost in a blink. Well, if it's lost, it's lost. It's his future reputation he cares about right now. It's the title of first under heaven he's carrying. It's others' cuisine he's obsessed with. There's no way he can focus on his own craft and improve it at this rate. If he can't make it through this, nobody can help him. Yo, Blazes back. Look how late it is. I bet you haven't eaten. I will go make you something now. Yeah. Congrats! I have got good news for you. You've passed the Dingfen exam. We will split the reward money 30-70, like we agreed. Yeah. You don't care? If you're that good for money, how about leaving your 30% off? Uh-huh. Shingzu didn't come back with you? Right. Where's Shingzu? Oh, she dropped in this afternoon while Jang was out buying ingredients. She left you a note too. Left me a note? You have passed the Dingfen chef selection. Please follow... Oh, whoops, wrong one. It's this one. Oops. Oh, why could it be so secret that... So secret she has to leave it in a note for you. She's... inviting me to her home. Ning Manor? Oh. Oh, she's important. She's important. Shingzu. Okay. Alright. OR6. Braised wax gourd cube. Sculpt a winter gourd into the shape of meat. Fill it with vegetarian ham and cover it with velveteen sauce. The result looks identical to red braised pork, but it cannot fool the palate. Okay. Looks identical but cannot fool the palate. I feel like this is some form of analogy for what is about to happen. Like some form of omen. Wait, if Shingzu is from the Ning Manor, she's very likely related to the Ministry of Rights. Which also means she definitely knows something about Gukwan. Probably. Maybe. Whatever, just read the story, right? Let's go. You came. Oh wait, you are the... Is Shingzu the... granddaughter that the old man said never came to visit him. Never comes to visit him. Of course I did. That's what you do when the Nings invite you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hide anything from you. I just... don't really think it's something I should bring up for no reason. Nothing to apologize for. I have got your troubles. I'm not the kind to give you the stink eye just for being blue-blooded. So... What do I call you? Lady of House Ning? My name is Ning Yin. I am... not actually part of House Ning. I was adopted by grandfather as a child. Oh! 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 It wasn't Blaze. Huh. Okay. He always introduced me as a distant relative of the Nings, but I have never met any relative who actually shares blood with me. Do you remember what I told you before? Look, I am pretty bad at comforting people. No, it's okay. Grandfather's very nice to me, and my background has never caused me any trouble at all. Everyone treats me very well. Your grandpa would be Ningshu, ex-minister of rights? Yes. Perfect. I know. It's getting chilly. Don't just stand out there. Let's go inside and talk. Okay? Sure, I guess. The corridor meanders on through a rock garden and a bamboo thicket. Then, between the two halves of a lotus bound. A cool breeze brushes through. The autumn waters softly ripple, and then Blaze's reflection follows behind Ning Yin's as they pace across the bridge. The two pass through a deserted room, packed up belongings and dead leaves strew everywhere. The courtyard is messy, I know. Not presentable to guests. At the very least, I apologize. The whole family is moving out of here soon. Grandfather can't take Baijiao's dry climate in his old age. We are planning to move back to the old place in Jiangnan. Through Ningyin's pace Though Ningyin's pace is glacial, she can only hurry up once she notices her friend is in no mood to appreciate the scenery. Up ahead, we are almost there. Take a seat. I will fetch some tea and refreshments from the kitchen. Our house cooks are all on leave, so I can serve you much more than cold sides. No need to bother. I can't stick around long. Are things that urgent? Well, alright. Ning softly closes the door. The chirps of fowl outside fade. The room grows heavier with silence. Alright, tell me, why you invited me here? I am sorry. I was going to look for you yesterday, actually, after the fire at Dingfenlo. But I overheard your conversation with Deputy Minister of Judicial Review Office and Chef Mu. And Blaze, I might have met your father before. When I was 15 years old, I remember we had a visitor. Grandfather was always busy with work. His apprentices and co-workers were coming and going in the States. None of my business, by and large. But slowly, I realized an extra person had moved in, wearing blue, low-ranking Mandarin robes. Every time I saw him, he was alone, as if other people just weren't his concern. At first, I didn't really pay attention. It was later that year, on my birthday, when like every other year, grandfather would hold this great big birthday dinner for me, with lights and banners strung up everywhere, and friends and family all around. Not that I knew more than a handful of them. They were chatting the day away, and about what, I had no clue. So eventually I sneaked out of the dinner, and nobody noticed when I did. I wandered around the courtyard for ages, bored out of my mind. Then, campered into grandfather's study on a whim. It was in there where I saw the man again. I remember I saw him stuffing his pockets with leather papers and brushes. When he noticed me, his face was stretched with nervousness, and he pulled the brush and paper back out again in a rush. Are you... It's not what he looked like. I needed to finish copying some letters, so I was going to take them home. The High Minister is sending this to very important mandarins, so I was just worried if the paper wasn't good enough. It's okay. It's just brushes and paper. You're welcome to make use of it, sir. Thank you, little lady. What's your name? My name is Guquan. I am transcriber for your state. Transcriber for your state. I copy and file the state correspondence. I am Ning Yin. Miss Ning, of course, I know you. Then now we know each other. Sir, I want to read in here for a bit. I won't interrupt you while you work. Is that okay? Of course. Feel free, Miss Ning. Miss Ning, are you into these history books? Grandfather always says one should view history as a mirror. We must use it to study our ancestors' wisdom and character and learn from their teachings. But I think reading is just fun. It's like all these amazing people recorded in the text are coming to life before me, and they are all my friends. I think someday it might be nice to join the Imperial Historical Cabinet as a historian myself. You've got quite a unique outlook, Miss Ning. If you're interested in following in the High Minister's family footsteps, I'm sure you'll do well. You think grandfather's really cool too, then? Of course, Minister Ning's been helming the Ministry of Rights for decades. He has plenty of deeds to his name. He's the Mandarin everyone loves. Everyone in this family is so cool. My uncle and aunt are always away from Baijiao, traveling all over the country. I hear Yan couldn't have set up the meteorological and earthquake systems if it has today without them. And see Chu, my little sister, she's even cooler. She's 2 years younger than me, but at the last Biojow Academy study camp, all the professors from the College of Foreign Affairs were praising her. Everyone was teasing her by calling her Little Miss Minister. All the people in my family are going to leave their names in the history books. I love them and respect them a lot. I want to record who they are and everything they do. But I could never become like them. Compared to them, I'm just normal. You know, that reminds me of something my master once told me. As history has been bended and flowed, the floods and tides are recorded, yet most are streams that simply trickle on by. But without the babbling brook, how would the waves arise? As history has been bended and flowed, the floods and tides are recorded, yet most are streams that simply trickle on by. But without the babbling brook, how could the waves arise? Alright. The waves and brooks don't care about who's greater or who's plainer. Indeed, the vast majority will never get to leave their names in the history annals, but they are not the empty space between the lines. They are the pages themselves. Oh. I'm sorry, I talked your ears off there. Sir, your handwriting is really beautiful. Oh, wow, it's my only skill, really. I can still remember when the High Minister gave me this transcriber job. I can never write my name properly. Grandfather's gotten on my case about it more times than I can remember. Handwriting is a long road. Just keep at it and you'll see change eventually. Maybe you could be my calligraphy teacher then. Oh, so that's how he got the job. Huh. Okay. Alright. I would never pose as your teacher with my modest brushwork, miss, but... Right. I have 2 copybooks here. I copy from them all the time myself. The forms are very regular. It's perfect for beginners. If you don't mind, Miss Ning, you can have these as your birthday present. How did you know my birthday was today? Well, they decorate the state so brightly this time every year, you see. I have spent long enough here that I have heard. Miss Ning, happy birthday. Thank you. That conversation always stayed with me. I liked how he talked and how he saw things. And I don't know why, I can't really say, but he felt so close to me in a way. Oh man. Because he's your father. That's why. But after that, I saw him much less around the state. The next time I got to talk to him, it was years and years later. Grandfather's cold has lasted for a month now, and still not getting any better. Now it's almost winter. It might only get worse at this rate. We will be counting on you for the next while, Doctor. The High Ministers, my lady, is mostly from overwork. You could remind him to rest more often, my lady. Malady? Maybe it's malady. The High Minister's malady is mostly from overwork. Malady, maybe. Malady. Perhaps is the correct pronunciation. I will. Sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize for running into you, miss. Very sorry. It's alright. Sir, are you okay? Why don't you sit down and rest for a while? You really look quite ill. I'm fine. Sir, you dropped your... Sir? Are these painkillers? Strong painkillers at that. Whoever that was, he must be quite badly ill. Doctor, if you're free, could I ask you to attend to that man too? You can bill his medical expenses to me. I was worried about grandfather's condition at the time, and I didn't pay that encounter much mind. I was just planning to pay him a visit later at some point, when I had the time. But after that winter, I never saw him again. Doctor, thank you so much for all your work. Grandfather's back in perfect health now. About the man I asked you to attend to. Oh, you mean that Gukwan man? He died. Wow, really, guy? Just like that? You drop the news just like that? You don't even say sorry? Was it his illness? No. I hear some kind of accident took him while he was on his way to Victoria. But given his health, I can't imagine he would have lived much longer, even then. Truth is, last I met him, his malady had taken root in his vitals. I could hear it in his breathing. I can't imagine how much he was suffering in life. And it's a mystery to me why he decided to travel so far while that sick. Wait, hold on. Hold the fuck on. So, okay. If what I am assuming is correct, that Ning Nian is really is Gukwan's daughter, then who the fuck is Blaze? Oh wow. This very room, it was the study Sir Gukwan was using. It's been 10 years since he passed away. The place has gone through some changes in that time. But this, I couldn't tell you why. but I kept hold of this medicine bottle ever since. Please, I really am so sorry. No. My dad was nothing like that. I don't think he was ever that fighting fit. But he was never weak. Whenever I was with him, he always had this light in his eyes. How could... Even now, I'm not sure I understand Sergo-Kwan, but I know he was a warm, gentle person. I could tell. I blamed myself over and over for not being able to do anything more for him. Why are you bothering to tell me all this? I know you suspect that my grandfather was somehow behind your father's passing. At the point, I can only tell you that I know what I know, but you told me all of this just to try and convince me Ningxu is innocent? No. I just wanted to implore you, please. Whether for Sir Gukwan's sake, or for the sake of the truth itself. Whatever the truth even is, are you... You don't have to tell me twice. I am gonna get to the bottom of this. Oh no. Oh no. What first struck Lin Qingyan about the Judicial Review Office was the solemn hush. The first time she ever set foot through the courtroom's door, all noise promptly vanished behind her. She remembers Yu Cheng telling her why it was designed so. Silence begets peace. Peace begets thought. Thought begets results. Shouldn't the Judicial Review Office be drowning in work top to bottom? And yet you've got the office all to yourselves, Deputy Minister Lin. Jiezhen, what are you doing here for? Sorry. What are you here for? Censor its routine investigation. There are some issues we would like to consult you on regarding the Yu Cheng case. Consultation or investigation? Which is it? Deputy Minister Lin, after working together for years, I implicitly trust you on a personal level. But the Department of Discipline and Supervision has a lot riding on this case. We have to go through the motions, Lin, if you pardon me. Just ask what you need to. Name: Lin Qingyan. Gender: what is this? Female. Let's keep the basic info for now. For the next few questions, you don't need to elaborate on your answers, just respond yes or no. You really mean? Everything you say from here on will be recorded. I'm worried what you say could fly against you. If you have no further questions, let's begin. Deputy Minister Lin, you passed Shanshu Bureau assessments in childhood and were exceptionally admitted per your outstanding grades, and followed the esteemed Yan Storm Count in learning your Leifa. After graduating from the Qianxi bureaus, you chose to join the Judicial Review Office and soon accompanied then Deputy Minister Yu Cheng in investigations all across the realm. In just a year, from Registrar, you rose several ranks to become the youngest Deputy Minister in the history of Yan. Oh, really? That's impressive. Is this background, as stated, true? Yes. In your third month with the Judicial Review Office as Registrar, you handed in a whistleblower report to Discipline and Supervision. It accused the Right Assistant Revenue Minister of embezzlement and extortion, and you recovered 10 million in stolen assets. In your fifth month in Shangji, you essentially single-handedly shone light on the local academy's examination fraud. Over 100 Mandarins were implicated in this, the highest of which was second rank, and were eventually rounded up. Upon becoming Deputy Minister, you handled the case of former Judicial Review Office Deputy Minister Yu Cheng, forging evidence, causing him to be expelled from the office's Haoran Pavilion, with all status stripped from him thereafter. Are these case histories, as stated, true? Yes. With an academic background like this, surely everyone lauds you as a young, up-and-comer, blessed to the gills with talent. And yet people can help but wonder, what gives such a green-hand Mandarin the courage and capacity to handle these cases? Can you get to the point? If I am remembering right, your good mother and father were Tianqis at the Chamber of Heaven's design, spending years building much in the north, even being invested personally by the True One. The Lin family is a well-bred one, many Tianqi giants in its line, and on top of that, rumor has it they are quite closely knit with the Lord's Exorcist's household. As for the Xian Storm Count, I think even the rank fails to sufficiently capture your Shifu's importance to Great Yan. Are these relationships, as stated, true? Jezen, what are you doing? You need only answer yes or no, Deputy Minister Lin. Don't think I'm deaf to your connotations. You're trying to say it was only by leaning on my background that I could take on judicial cases all these years? I certainly didn't say that at any point. Having known each other for years, I would never doubt your integrity. The Lin Qiangyan in my mind's eye has always been a pursuer of justice. That's why, Lin, do you not pursue now? Jezen, just why did you come to see me today? How much do you really know about the Yu Cheng affair? As I just said, I'm here to see you today on routine business. As for the Yu Cheng case, what I heard in the courtroom that day is all I know. What makes you so dead set on the case, Censor Jiezhen? Before you decided you would investigate it, I remember we actually had an argument. I'm going to speak out of line here. The whole stripping of his rank aside, I really do respect people like you, Cheng. Yo, kiddo, what's up? What's up? It's just Zuke. Wait, hold on. What hour is it? It is 3:30 p.m. for me. Shouldn't you be sleeping by now, Zuke? Not of all times. You're going to defend him again. If a law enforcer does not themselves abide by the law, that's abuse of power. That goes for every last member of the three organs of justice. What kind of double standards could you possibly be applying here? No. The Judicial Review Office's verdict is settled on Yu Cheng's mistake. I have little more to say there. I'm just very curious. What kind of truth could have pushed him to such means to find it? You must be more familiar with Yu Cheng than me. In your opinion, was he a smart man? Naturally, when it comes to sniffing out lies or chasing down leads, I am no match for him. I have been having author's block for a month right now. The brain have an idea for a chapter now. At least let me finish writing this before bed. But yes, it's 1:30 a.m. Oh man. You know what? Fine. Stay awake if you want to then. As long as you are able to finish the chapter idea that you have. Then, why did you ever wonder if, supposing Yu Cheng truly intended to cover up his own forgery, you should have been able to make such short work of the case? You're telling me he let me find him out on purpose? What for? That's I don't know. But he put you in charge of the Scrollery fire case. To an outsider, I don't think I can say that Yu Cheng had no faith in me. You have been all over Baijiao the past few days investigating that case. I know that. Have heard as much. And yet, since yesterday, you have been loitering in the Judicial Review Office, acting like you have been grounded. I can't help being curious. What made you go and give up on pursuing this case? Are you afraid of offending the high and mighty? No, it's not like the Lin Qingyan I know. Did someone lofty crack down on you? Can't be, I think. You're sitting here in the office after all, not in a judicial prison cell. If not that, then all my pondering can only produce one answer. You're scared that if you continue, you will implicate someone you know. Seems I guessed right. In the thick of things, your concern clouds your judgment. It's like you have forgotten the simplest of truth. Don't miss the forest for the trees. If you can't hide it, you may as well tip it out. Show it some sunlight. Mr. Censor, you have really served up a lesson for me today. Not at all. I think the hush of this office must have helped you figure out plenty by yourself. I know what I must do. Oh boy. Madam, I want to ask Deputy Minister Lin if she wanted anything to eat, since I saw she hadn't left the office all day. But she... When did she go missing? I don't know. Nobody sees her at all. A biting chill gusts through. The stiff breeze curling papers and sending them dancing madly through the air. A wide open window clatters against its wall. On the table beneath it, a ceremonial gaul lies neatly folded and stuffed with a document, pressed down in place by an inkstone. It is Lin Qingyan's written resignation. Oh boy. Oh, she's going to throw away everything just for the sake of this, huh? Alright, lazy. You had much more determination than I had initially thought. Watching as Blaze vanishes far into the distance, Ningxu clutches the door knocker. The vague dark point vanishes over the crest of the path, but her stare remains fixed there, lingering for the longest time. What are you spacing out at the door for? Grandfather. Oh, finally a family reunion. Anyway, sorry for a bit of OOT. What's with the blowing up boycott GFL2 going around on X? I read around, isn't it basically the dormitory gacha back from GFL1? Ask around, but I just got shut down by people just saying to drop the game because of the new system. I don't know what's going on there exactly myself too. I just read some people complaining about it, but I didn't read too much into it because personally I wasn't really interested. So I can't really tell you exactly what's happening. But from what I understand, yeah, it does sound basically like the gacha system GFL1. But I think people's most complaint seems to be that the gacha system makes the outfit be much more expensive than normal, and they are not very happy about it. But okay, although I don't fully understand what's happening behind the gacha system, I do get the impression that people are being a little too dramatic about it. Like, to me at least, it doesn't sound that big of a deal. Because the whole skin is just optional after all. Like, it's not going to have much of an influence in the gameplay. If you really want the outfit, you pay for it. If you don't want the outfit, you don't pay for it. Like, it's not going to affect your experience that much. So I get the impression that people are being a bit too dramatic. If it was something like something more meta related, I would understand it. The main skin the gacha costs 200 for a whole year of grinding. Jesus! Oh, hello, Arknights, first time seeing you here. 200? 200? 200 is a lot. Okay, I'll admit 200, it is a lot. A lot of money. But still, Okay, now that I know it costs 200, I have a little bit of a different opinion on this. People are being dramatic. I still think people are being a little dramatic when they say drop the game entirely because of a swimsuit skin. But also 200, it is a lot. They could have lowered it a little bit. Maybe they are doing this because they want to keep people being able to get all the dolls as a free-to-play. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what's Mika's team's financial situation at this point. 200 is a lot. But at the same time, I still think people are being dramatic over it. Okay. Here comes my opinion. I think Mika could lower the price. They can keep the gacha system for the sim if they want to, but they should try to find a way to lower the overall cost of it for the players. Hello there, sorry that's my first comment is that no problem, but yeah, it is abused and serves as a bad precedent. To be honest, $200 doesn't really sound as bad as the Ali incident in LoL. We're not even going to bring LoL, okay? LoL is a whole other pot of demons, okay? But is the skin really that gives the advantage, right? Just don't buy them. And the Ari incident boycott in LoL also didn't do anything to that skin incident IRC. I'm trying to... I understand. I'm trying to see what Mika's perspective on this. Because overall, Mika has always been a small company. How much revenue they're making with GFL2 at this point? Around 2 to 3 million? 2 to 5 millions, maybe? I don't know how much it costs to make all the GFL2 content that they want to make. The Dorm system especially, because if they plan to keep updating the things that they have in the new Dorm system, that is going to cost a lot. 200 for a skin. Granted, it is optional, but as I said, it could set a precedent if they keep giving other skins the same treatment. The saving grace that they could have is not all the skins. It's just some of them. Maybe just the modular ones. They plan to do this. Don't know, man. But I still think that quitting the game is quite dramatic. Well, anyway, that's it for OTT. Sorry for bringing outside topic. You are basically one of my GFL friends that I haven't asked much. No problem, it's okay. After all, I think it's not that big of a deal to have these little things between story stages, as long as they are not too long. That is. Anyway, back to the story. OR6 after. Your friend left so soon? She won't even stay for dinner? She had urgent business. She couldn't stay. Even as a child, you never brought friends over. Here I thought I could drop in to see what she's like. I don't know if we even count as friends, really. Seeing the dejected Ningyin, the old man tries to think of something to say, but can't. He simply reaches over and brushes a leaf off her shoulder. Almost time to move. Plenty of things still on your plate, eh? What about you, grandfather? For days I was all raring to go home. But now that we are about to, I look around at our little garden and think, oh, if only I could stay. Do you remember? It was here on this pavilion we laid out some sand and grabbed a stick, and I taught you how to write one stroke at a time. You said by next year you would be writing all the state complets for us. Then you spent 2 months with me learning, and after that you had to give up. Oh, I feel you, Ningyin. I feel you. But by next year, you really did write me a couplet. Bountiful blooms and a full moon, may joy last forever. I am surprised you still remember, grandfather. How could I forget? Another year, another mid-autumn. How quickly the days pass. The two of us haven't chewed the fat like this in the longest, have we? Grandfather to granddaughter. I have been out constantly, and you're always occupied with guests. We hardly have the chance to meet. The whole family's leaving the capital after all. Quite a headache. But things will settle down once we are back in Langye. And we'll have plenty of time to chat along the way. We are almost done writing. Are you almost done writing the book of yours? Grandfather, I don't think I can go back to Langye with you. When did you make up your mind? Ning Yi shakes her head softly. She falls a few steps back. You are returning home, grandfather, like a leaf returns to its root. It's human nature. Whole family sympathizes, but the journey is meandering enough to make us worried. The Nings are bursting with talent. Everyone's work forms a cornerstone of Yan. Compared to them, I really am the lone choice to accompany you back. But frankly, I was always a distant orphan from Langye anyway. It was because you took such pity on me that I could spend these decades in the Ning manor. If I go now to Langye, I go back to where my long-gone parents once lived. That was your thinking when you asked to accompany me home? Grandfather, that was my thinking. It all seemed to fall into place. I almost managed to convince myself. But I have spent the last few days on a farewell tour of sorts around Baijiao's streets, so I can finish up the Baijiao cuisine and food culture somehow. And I realized all my memories are of the city. I can clearly recall what year we planted the persimmon tree in the courtyard, and when its fruits make for the best wine. And every restaurant of every road and alley, and what their chefs are like, and how many different ways you can cook each dish. All of a sudden, it hit me that this very city, more so than the Nig Manor, feels like my home. That's on me. That's on me for not asking you how you feel. I have been nothing but me. I have been nothing but me this whole time. Have been nothing but me this whole time. I can't read. I'm so fucking. Grandfather, you are my one and only family. You have always been since I was little. I really didn't want to go back home with you at first, but the reason I'm set on staying in Baijiao now is you as well, grandfather. Is it? When I first joined the Imperial Historical Cabinet to compile annals, there was one thing I could never puzzle out. At some specific point in Yan's millennia of history, out of nowhere, the written word proliferated and education became for all. Even the earliest of the tablets we are studying only went back to that period. So I thought, in that period, someone must have pushed for those changes. But I flipped through practically all the material we had, and I couldn't find a single clue. I had this strange feeling that there in Yan's history, one person seems to be missing. Then, one day, I met someone strange at a Go Club who told me the story of that person. I thought he was just a yarn-spinning storyteller at first, but as I further researched, I gradually found all his stories to be corroborated. According to him, she was a gentle person who gave her heart and soul, her blood and sweat to the well-being of the people, and she gave too much. But how could someone as good as her fail to leave her name in our annals? That was when I realized that a history book isn't a container, but a sieve. The stories that stay behind are few and far between. What the fuck is a sieve? I don't know what a sieve is. I don't understand the analogy. Sorry, the metaphor. Grandfather, I want to record your story. But then I look back, and it dawns on me that for all the years I have spent with you, I can't even write with any clarity about about what kind of person you are. Ningyin finally lifts her head and meets the old man's eyes. She waits for his reply, his answer to her unspoken question. He's awaited for so long. Who goes there? Who goes there? Thought I heard something. It's all the bizarre cases these days. Makes me feel like someone's going to barge in any moment and wreak havoc. Oh, she just jinxed it. This is the Judicial Review Office. What kind of miscreant would break in here? Well... Quit jumping at the posts. Guard duty's almost over. And then we can clock out and head home. Oh, Blaze. Oh, Blaze. Just wait a sec, and then enter through the front. Say you're here to report a case, then find a floor map on the way to the waiting room. The window in the waiting room yesterday faces north. The judicial entrance faces south. Behind is a high perimeter wall. Lin Qingyan's office is set 3rd floor. Get out the window, climb up the sprinkler pipes. No one should notice me. Then, once I find her, I'm gonna sock her in the... Who's there? Oh, hello. Lin Qingyan? Blaze? What are you here for? What I am here for? I'm here to get you back. Where did your old court uniform go? I resigned. Then went back to the restaurant, couldn't find you, and worried you might be up to something stupid. So thank you for confirming that fear. Now, let's find somewhere else to talk. You're telling me that all those years, Gokwan was staying at the Ning Manor? But how did you find out? Never you mind that. Now, can you tell me exactly what that means? Minister Ning's involvement in the Gokwan's case runs deeper than I ever thought. He was clearly hiding something in his previous testimony. I did suspect he was the perpetrator, but going by Mo Bufu's testimony, when Gu Quan was sent to death row in the fallout of the old case, Ning Shu was the one who got him out. Knowing that, he wouldn't have a motive to try and get him killed again. And the most key thing, I had no idea before that Yu Cheng had contacts with Gu Quan so early on. Whatever's connecting this string of events, it's likely more complicated than anything I have imagined. See? I'm still curious. All those years ago, my dad came to Baijiao on his own, and what the hell for? Yes, that's the key question. Blaze has no clue about the two lives Wukong lived. If he was a fall guy in that instance, then why would he return to Baijiao a dozen years after the fact and plant himself in the middle of a maelstrom. Ning Shu's position, Yu Cheng's scheme. We still can draw an outline around any of these questions. How should I let Blaze know? Hey, you know I can tell that look on your face. Come on, what's our next move exactly? Blaze, about yesterday. Forget about it. I know you. It's my duty types get the urge to do a little weird stuff now and then. Not my circus. I'm not arguing. Just don't ever tell me any stupid crap like I'm sending you back for your safety again. Because... you're still trying to ditch me? Blaze, trust me. I will see this case through to the end. But you can't stick around in Biojow any longer than this. Do as I said, leave within 2 days. Head to the Langman office first, but you can't stay there for too long either. So once you're reorganized, get back on the road straight away and leave Yan as soon as... over my dead body. You don't trust me to keep investigating? I mean, I do, but you're out of a rank. You're out of a job. How are you gonna investigate it? I will think of something. If Yu Cheng can resign and investigate in secret, then so can... I have an idea. Let's do this thing a little more truly. What's your plan? Blaze pulls a letter from her pocket. It's the chance Mo Bufu gave her. And now it's both of their chances. Not like we are gonna get anywhere just running around town. We'll head to the Feast of 100 Delicacies. Go straight to the True Lung, oh my god, and ask him to explain all this. Oh my god, Blaze. Blaze. Are you stupid? Blaze, please. Blaze. Oh my god. Holy shit. She's trying to kill herself. She's just trying to kill herself. She doesn't give a fuck. Oh my god. Okay. And we add thunder for dramatic effect. Your Imperial Majesty, the Ministry of Rights has drafted the official list of attendees for the Feast of 100 Delicacies. To mark the occasion, Victoria Lentinian, Laterano, and other such nations have sent us their envoys with letters of celebration. All the food goes to her thighs and not her brain. Yeah, I can definitely see that. For your Imperial Majesty's perusal. Your Imperial Majesty, the Ministry of War and Sui Regulator have finished drawing up joint battle plan. Also, Your Imperial Majesty's perusal. The Ministry of Revenue was not consulted on this battle's drain on labor and fiscal resources, nor on the post-war reparations. How were these battle plans drafted? I know you and the Ministry of Revenue are both very busy. The Ministry of War simply went to some small pains working out the manpower, the funding, duration, and even the Ministry of Engineering's post-war repair expenses. And now you can read together with His Majesty. since we are having an audience and all. Logistics are calculatable, but how many of Yan's people will bleed in this war? Is that a bill you can work out so easily? So the Grand Tutor means to say, if you can't work it out, then no need to try. It's autumn. How are the harvests in the north? Da Huang has resumed production ASAP, following the disaster. Our harvest this year is more or less on par with previous years. In that case, what about next year? Your Imperial Majesty. A life measured in years, yet the streets feel ancient. We are running out of time. This involves the livelihoods of all Yan's people. I ask that your Imperial Majesty reconsider. Grand Tutor, the ministries have long discussed everything worth discussing. It's about time we made up our minds. His Majesty's decree is made. We simply await his proclamation at the Feast of 100 Delicacies. Oh fuck. It's growing late. It looks to rain. The two of you can leave. May we be excused. The man behind the curtain lifts his gaze. In this desolate palace, 3 banquet seats lay set out in a row to his side, and one of them is truly showing its age. Faintly, a sign. Ayo, trust this rain to come from nowhere. I'm soaked. Autumn drizzles and cold snaps. We will be out of fresh vegetables in a few days at this rate. I didn't even get to rustle up this year's winter clothes. Chef, I think we are forced to start our winter pickles now. Get your mess of stuff out of the storehouse as soon as... Chef? Blaze? Xingzhu? Where did everybody go? What are you doing, you? The ever-lively kitchen is presently deserted. All the cookware pitted away. The cramped space seems a good bit wider like this. The only presence is a pot of soup boiling on the stove. What is he going to do? You? What exactly are you planning to do here? Is you finally going to get some more involvement in the story? I hope so. So far, I still don't understand what is his eyes with everything that's happening right now. Well, besides his connection with Mo Boo. And now his connection with Blaze too. OR7. Meaty platter. A platter of meats from 5 kinds of beasts. An official once presented this dish to the land at a feast of 100 delicacies, advising the ruler take equal care of Yan's people. from all walks of life. Okay. Alright. What does that mean? For the story, I mean. OR7 before. You sure are lucky. All my years at the Judicial Review Office, and you are the first I have seen who has the chance to get out of this damn prison alive. I myself never expected it to turn out this way. That's what's wrong with all your clerical types. Always living for the day, never thinking about the consequences. All that time spending researching, all those years of blood, sweat, and tears, all for a dish at the feast, and one very angry lot. Because you caused quite the ruckus, and ended up in here. Are you happy? It is as you say. But my deeds were loyal and just. This I know. My conscience is clear. Those who peer into pinpounds to find omens will see omen. So, what comes next in your plan? The order to transfer has already been issued. I will be joining the diplomatic mission to Victoria in 3 days. After all that happened, I can no longer stay in Baijiao. These arrangements are the fruits of Minister Ning's efforts. Victoria? How are you supposed to get to Victoria with a body like yours? To be favored with a pardon is all I need. Ask for. Besides, I can consider going to Victoria, returning home. Can you really? I remember you saying your wife and child already passed away, no? Yes. It has been many years since that day. Even if I did believe you, do you think other people will? If you can't remember things that happened back then, so can others. Do you know how many eyes will be watching you when you return? What am I to do? Please speak plainly. Lend me your life, my friend. That unvarnished truth you crave, I will give it to you. Oh, hello you again. I thought I wouldn't see you again. Actually, at this point I almost forgot that you ever appeared in the story. The first time I came to Baijiao to further my studies left a deep impression on me. Skyscrapers that blotted out the heavens, an unending sea of brilliant lights. And in the center of all those lights was the Forbidden City. 1,000 feet it tethered, its lofty heights unseen from the ground. My teacher said this was where every policy was decided, where every decree was handed down, each one affecting the lives of untold commoners, a duty heavier than mountains. And thus, it is here that every student can put to use all they have learned. To serve the land and the people. But when I stood here, in the flesh, facing that palace of edifice and high walls, I felt a chill sap away my breath. You have arrived early, Mr. Yang. Miss Ning? You seem surprised. Do you not wish to see me? Hardly. Oh, you simp. I simply had not heard you would also be attending the Feast of 100 Delicacies, Miss Ning. Minister Ning is ill, so for this year's feast, the Ministry of Rights had no choice but to send me to attend on his instead. It was a rather last-minute decision, so I did not have the time to tell you, my lord. I suppose that leaves us equals in silence, as it seems you never planned to tell me you were attending either. I am merely here as part of my work. I did not wish to bother you, Miss Ning. I am suddenly reminded of how, aside from Shangshu, we have not met for the better part of a year. Several of my letters to you during that time received no answer. It can be hard to put words to paper, and I find myself often mired in official business. I have been negligent in maintaining my side of the conversation. I cannot deny your blame, Miss Ning. Where have I mentioned it blaming you, my lord? During your time as magistrates, even the smallest needs of your hometown never left your thoughts. Now, with expanded duties, the concerns have only increased. But, for some reason, after only 6 short months, I feel as though we have become estranged. As if there are some things we cannot say to the other. Putting that aside for the moment, this is the first time you are attending the feast, yes? Yes. My early years were spent in Shangshu, so I had little opportunity to take part in government events such as this. Major topics are often deliberated upon during these feasts. The question this year is, what decision will His Majesty make in regards to this war? I dare not make any sort of wild conjecture on His Majesty's thoughts. But you are a clever man, Mr. Lin, Yang. Your conjectures are always correct. You did in fact have something on your mind the other day, and you wanted to discuss it with grandfather, did you not? I dare not lie to you, Miss Ning. Praise it how you will, I am always happy to hear that you wish to see me. Aww. But I am afraid that for you, I never been someone to be trusted or to entrust things with. I believe there may have been a misunderstanding Miss Ning. I do not mean to blame you. Who amongst us did not detest the murky secrets of the bureaucracy when these red robes were first draped over us? But now, we must navigate all this wheeling and dealing, like it or not. I may not be close to the center of the court, but there is one thing even I know. It is difficult to speak the truth, and even more difficult to make others believe you are speaking the truth. Once you enter the palace walls, the word sincerity means less than nothing. But all I have ever shown you is sincerity, Miss Ning. No matter what may come, I have always hoped you would remember. We should take our seats now, Mr. Yang. Let us head inside. God damn it! What is he going to say? What was he going to say? Fuck. Come on, step on it. Check over the ingredients one last time. When you're done. The guests are already seated. We need to start serving as soon as the order comes in. And chapter finished. Time to sleep. Oh, good job, Zuke. Good job. Anyways, see ya, Kiru. See ya, Zuke. Have a good night of sleep. Inspect all your ingredients. Check on the stews and soups while you're at it. The blaze soup on stove, number 90. I don't know how, but the color seems to be a bit off. Huh? What? How many times did I say to cut the ingredients into finger with cubes? No more, no less. And it's supposed to be on the fire for 20 hours. No breaks. Someone must have screwed something up. Alright, move aside. I'll come have a look. Oh my god, they made it inside. What is this outfit you're wearing? Oh my god, okay, alright. Suicidal mission, let's go. Woohoo! Yippee! Hey, over here. Yeah, no one's going to. I mean, I guess this is the best. What's the words? Sparse? Why are you still wearing those clothes? My words exactly, Blaze. Scared people won't notice you or something. Formal dress for formal occasions. I had kept these clothes at home, just in case. This is a kitchen. Don't you have anything more suitable to put on? No. You... Hey. Is disguising yourself not something natural for judicial officers? What nonsense are you talking about? Deputy Minister at the Judicial Review Office is not some undercover ghost. Though I have found myself sneaking around a lot lately for some reason. Alright, enough muttering. Changing to these clothes, you follow the army of waiters into the banquet area as they are serving up the dishes. Then change back into your fancy robe when you can. Fine. This kind of infiltration really does make me a little nervous. You said you were going to stand up to see justice restored. So, if you make the True Lung mad, is he just going to arrest you right away? Or is he going to... There is a tradition of remonstration during the Feast of 100 Delicacies. Besides, you're just going to request a reopening of an old case due to inconclusive evidence. Why would the True Lung be mad at me? Although there is one thing, which is, have you ever thought about what if the truth we managed to dig up on this case turned out to be the complete opposite of what we thought? What if you found out everything around you was one big lie? Lynn, I think you're talking a bit too much right now for someone that didn't want Blaze to find out. Who's Blaze then? She's Blaze's identity anyway. At this point we already know she might not be Ukon's daughter. No, at this point I'm almost convinced that she's not Ukon's daughter. At least not the biological. Not the biological. But if not his, then whose? It needs to be someone really important. Really important. It couldn't be that she's somewhat related to the True Lung, is it? No, it can't be. I don't. Just reading the story and I will know. What are you talking about? Didn't we do all this to get to the truth in the first place? If it's a lie, we will smash it to pieces. Why the hesitation? We have come this far already. What choice do we even have? Okay. Blaze, I think your father, he was likely a good man. Huh? Why this all of a sudden? Promise me this. If something unexpected happens, you must take care of yourself first. Someone's coming. Hide under the stove. Is everything ready? Ready, chef. These long longevity noodles, you are in charge of maybe simple. In charge of maybe simple. But they are still vital for the feast. Make no mistakes while preparing them. Understood. You. Although I do not know why your Shifu did not wish to come to the feast, I believe he had his reasons to choose you. Once the feast is over, I will give you the opportunity to take on my men. Me? Not happy to hear that. There's a lot of chefs who could pinch themselves awake if they were told they were going to be your apprentice. But I don't understand. Why are you entrusting all the skills you have learned your entire life to only one person? Nonsense. Do you know just how many examinations a Ding Fenlo head chef puts their prospective students through before they chose an apprentice? Not to mention the fact that my own Shifu was the one who penned the book of foods with recipes from all 4 major cuisines and has served us well for decades worth of feasts. Out of the hundreds of chefs in this Ding Fenlo kitchen who have honed their craft for many years, Shifu chose me to take the reins. Just me. Generations of exquisite artisanship in these hands. You would let anybody smudge it? But no matter how exquisite the artisanship is, you're making the dish for people to eat. What I mean is teaching a single apprentice who's as good as you really more important than teaching a bunch of chefs who can do a decent job? The more you teach, the more can cook, which means even more of Yan can enjoy tastier food or something. That's enough of disrespectful rubbish. Oh my god. Focus on your noodles. Oh boy. Have the preparations been made? Human has entered the highest state of alert, and the city defenses are all in position. The citizens have been evacuated, leaving 20,000 soldiers and 3,000 Janshis able to take to the field at any time. They await your orders. Okay. Let us see if the moons wax or wane in our favor tonight. General, the Grand Commandant's messenger has arrived. At this hour? Where is the message then? He didn't have one. All he had to deliver was a box of mooncakes. He said the Grand Commandant had only one thing to say to you, General. Eat them while they are hot. Don't let them get cold. This is a cold, isn't it? You received my notice, Lord Zuo. Oh, hello. It has been a while. Are you faring well? You... No need to be so tense. This palm shop has long since closed its doors. No one will be bothering us. Why meet me alone? Shouldn't I be asking you that, Lord Zuo? What do you mean? I opened this palm shop on a whim during my stay in Baijiao. And for a time, business was booming. Every day would see customers bring in all sorts of curios, scrolls, precious baubles, and odd gemstones. In the end, many of them were taken by my wandering younger brother and placed within his garden. The most curious thing was that all the customers who came by the shop had one thing in common. They were looking for me. You think far too highly of yourself. Well, since you have come to see me, does that not mean you have something to discuss, Lord Zuo? Perhaps I could answer one or two questions plaguing you. All I want to know is, why have you come to Baijiao? If that convict has decided now is the time to declare war on Yan, all that awaits him is death and destruction. But I'm sure he knows that already. Indeed, my old elder brother is skilled at the art of the grinded board and naughty owls. Though it is a formidable and well-honed skill at that. Do you still remember the Shanghai Zong who appeared in Human, Lord Zhou? During the Sui regulator's analysis of the incident, we noticed traces of another Pheromont proxy's actions. Wang is suspected of being involved. What are you trying to say? I'm sure you remember, Lord Zhou, that during that hunt 1,000 years ago, the pheromones of Yan were either put to the swords or banished. Has the Sui regulator ever wondered, considering my brother was able to find one of them? Could he, perhaps, have found more than just one? During the many years since the incident, the Sui regulator have watched closely his every movement within Yan's borders. But have they never considered the possibility that one of his weighty stones might have left the country? Don't underestimate our intelligence network. The Sui regulator have never stopped keeping an eye on the pheromone outside. If they make any sudden movements, the pheromutologists will surely sense something. I'm sure they did. They should be on their way back to Yam right now. Please, treat this information as my humble gift to you, Lord Zhou. How you use it is for you to decide. Are you telling me this? You are one of the convict's conspirators. So why tell us his plans? In truth, though I am indeed in collaboration with my brother, our hearts are not as one. We have our differences. He insists on seeing a victor decided. I, on the other hand, prefer doing my business in a more amicable fashion. As for why I chose you, Lord Zhou, I feel like we are kindred spirits. What? I profess I have some skill in reading people. My intuition tells me when we will have the opportunity to do business once again in the future. It is possible that the fate of our siblings will lie in your hands, Lord Zhou. To be able to chat with you on this festive day, even but for a moment, is destiny at work. I hope that in the future, you can see me as a man who can discuss things with. A man you can discuss things with. Oh, Zhou. The amount of responsibilities you're going to have to assume in the future. I have a bad feeling about it. Oh, man. Hey, yo. What's wrong? Sorry, my hand is just cramped. Couldn't hold it. It's steady. Yeah, you seriously. Ah. Sorry, I will go back to the kitchen and get a new one. Quick. The mandarins are all seated already. Once the true Lung arrives, the banquet will start. Do you need help, madam? Madam? I am here for the feast of 100 delicacies. All the mandarins should have already been seated. May I ask why? Forgive me. I was delayed on the road here. I will head in right away. Please, wait a moment. Madam, please show your invitation to the feast. Why? Is me standing here not invitation enough? A routine inspection. I beg your pardon, madam. My lady, you dropped something of yours. Oh, hello. You left in such a rush. How could you not have noticed you dropped something so important? Good thing I spotted it. Ah, Madam Tang of the Ministry of Revenue. Please forgive my earlier impertinence. There are no further issues here, but the feast is about to begin. Please take your seats as quickly as you can. That invitation is a forgery. It will only work the one time. So take care when you are inside. I know you. You are one of the ladies at the Ning Manor. I am also a friend of Blaze. I spotted her name on the chef roster and guessed at your plan. The rest, you simply have to beg forgiveness from the true Lung after meeting him. But don't you know, if this case is reopened, you will be ruined. But the one most heavily implicated by this case would be Blaze, no? Didn't you already agree to help her find the truth? What else is there to worry about? Besides, if you really do manage to pull back the curtain on all this, well, that's what I was after in the first place. Thank you. Despite my years as a Mandarin, I rarely set foot in the Forbidden City. I see towering palaces pressed up against the sky, majestic and stately. I see a banquet of incomparable bounty, each and every seat filled. The lamps are as bright as day, even as the moonlight envelops them. But what I cannot see is who hid away these names, who does not want to see the truth come to light. I suddenly recall the words. Will you be able to handle the truth? Yu Cheng, what exactly did you see? How strange. The feast has already started, so why has His Imperial Majesty not yet arrived? No need to panic. His Imperial Majesty is busy. Something urgent might have come up. All we can do is wait. I heard he's been ill for a while now. What if it's something to do with that? Shh. Stop babbling. Preposterous. Simply preposterous. Don't you know where we are? What right have you to obstruct a court Mandarin? What's all this noise about? This man says he's Assistant Minister Tang Jian of the Ministry of Revenue, but we already checked, and every seat under the Ministry of Revenue is already accounted for. Oh no, the jig is up. Fuck. I am Tang Jian. None of this he says rubbish. Look, do you see this seal on my hands? Whose name is it on it? All falls silent. 3 blasts of the horn mark the 7th hour of the night. The moons shine brightly overhead. Their light so clear they wash away all color. All rise. One by one, the mandarins stand, looking towards the center of the feast with bated breath, awaiting for the one meant to be seated at the head of the table. I have something to report, Your Majesty. Oh. Oh. Fire. None knew where the burst of flame came from, but all it needed was a gust of autumn wind to engulf the entire banquet. The flickering flames act like wild beasts, brandishing their fangs and claws as they pace about above the table. The wind blows, and the beasts of fire grow and grow and grow with speed. The conflagration bloats and bulges, letting off unsettling noises, like some liken it shouting, others laughter. Bizarre flames pour like falling rain, having already tainted the feast of 100 delicacies. They flit and flicker as they climb up the faces of the panicking mandarins. What's going on? What stage was this? Oh, I'm curious. This was? Oh, this one. Ah, this one was easy. Easy. Alright. Okay. Now, the last story piece that I'm going to read today. OR7. Fire! Fire! Assassins! Protect His Majesty! Guards! Guards! Put out that fire. Block the dining area. Down. Take care. The source of this fire. Everyone, stay away from the wine in the coops. In the cups. A fire that does not burn hot. Who did this? And what are they up to? Lin Qingyan tries to calm down the panicking crowd, but her voice is quickly drowned out by the shouting and screaming. In the midst of the chaos, she spots a familiar face. Their eyes met for only a moment, but she is more sure than anything. The person saw her attempts to cross the line of propriety in front of all. But the target is not her. Please. What's going on? What's with all this ruckus?
This is Red. I heard some kind of demonic fire broke out at the banquet. No idea how it happened. The guards have the dining area surrounded. No idea what's going on inside, or if His Majesty is hurt. They are talking about cutting the feast short. Ling Qingyan.
We have been notified of unknown persons infiltrating the feast. We will now be conducting an inspection. I ask that everyone stay where they are and not move. Please cooperate.
What the hell happened over where Lazy is?
Ahead. I can't leave her to fend for herself.
I need to go take a look.
You there! Stop moving.
What do I do? What do I do? I can't get in a fight here. No time to think. Damn it!
After her. First Battalion, 50th Battalion, seal off the southern entrance. 7th and 8th, close the northern gate. Everyone else, sweep the palace from south to north. If you find anyone suspicious, arrest them immediately. Our intel says there are at least 2 culprits working together to ruin the feast. So, take care.
So many guards. What a pain. What kind of trouble did you manage to get yourself into, Lazy? Sounds like you haven't got caught yet, at least. So, where the hell are you? This palace is way too big. Why are you here? Shh. I thought you two just wanted to ask His Majesty to reopen the case. How did it come to this? I don't know either. That fire not our doing. But the timing. You need to leave right away. There's no talking your way out of it if they find out. What I need to do is save Lin Qingyan. Let me go look for her. Can I ask you to do something that dangerous? I am more familiar with the Forbidden City than you are. Even if I did get caught, I will have some leeway to explain myself. Don't worry, I will find her. But you still don't trust me. What, still angry at me? Of course not. Head to the southern exit before the guards seal it off. We'll meet up at that restaurant once we are all out of here. Okay. You take care too. Wait, did the soldiers manage to get a good look at you? Yeah, I think so. That's not good. Oh, I know. Let's swap clothes. Come on, get them off.
I saw someone running away up ahead. Over there.
The dining area has been cleared out. Deputy Minister Lin wouldn't be here. But who started all this at the feast? I hope Blaze managed to make it out by now. Oh my god.
Why is she here?
These two. Is this fate at work?
Who the fuck are you, my guy?
Looks like he's not too far away now. Wonder how things are going on their side. Found you.
Who's there? Oh, fuck. So it was you. Damn, that's one hell of a sword. You're not dressed like your average soldier. What are you, a general? Save the shatter. So you're the one Ling Qingyan has been hiding behind her back. But why would she bring you to the Forbidden City? So... I know it's impolite to barge in on someone else's banquet, but would you believe me if I said we didn't mean anything bad by it? What I'm trying to say is that this is all a misunderstanding. There is no misunderstanding here. The Imperial Guard have been searching for you for 40 years. What? What? Wait, what? Wait, how? Okay, unless this is a misunderstanding, how old is Blaze? How old is this woman really? Because in my head, she is somewhere between late 20s, early 30s. Definitely not anywhere close to 40s. You are her descendant. Oh, wait, so she's related? The previous Grand Preceptor? The one... Oh. Ah. Okay. Alright. Oh, now. Okay, now this makes more sense. If this is indeed not a misunderstanding, so this makes much more sense now. Oh, okay. What are you talking about? Who's descendant? Who is her? You really don't know. No. It seems you're not lying. At this time, you have been hidden away, and nobody thought to tell you about your history. You got me there. I'm pretty curious about it, not gonna lie. Anyone I can ask about it? But seriously, Imperial Guard? Looking for me? 40 years ago, only a single child was unaccounted for in the family of a treasonous Mandarin. You... What are you talking about? Blaze,
I need to confirm something. You were born in 1062 in Victoria, right?
Okay, wait. Okay. 1062. The Civil War in Victoria happened in 1098, so that gives us... No, I think it was 1098, right? Which year is right now in the main story? I don't know. Oh, I think they got us a date at the start of this event. Fuck, I don't remember anymore now. But this is already at least 36 years. Huh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Blaze is way older than what I thought. Oh my god. Hag. Absolutely hag. Three events are on. Oh, 1100. Oh my god, so that's 38 years. Wait, that's not 40 years ago. I think. Maybe they just rounded up the number a little bit. Yes, from as far back as I can remember, I lived in Victoria. Your father seemed to have been spending a lot of time pursuing a certain truth in the last few years of his life. What if you found out everything around you was one big lie? What? You are talking nonsense. Bizui! You are a person of interest. We'll figure out what to do with you after questioning. Come with me. Oh, I don't think she will. Forget that. You are no weakling, it seems. I might not be able to take you in without hurting you. Oh fuck. If you don't wish to be harmed, then surrender immediately. Not in the mood for jokes right now. Didn't I tell you to save yourself if something happens? Lin Qingyan eyes meet Blaze's. She understands what has happened, but all she has to offer is silence. Correction. After checking the wiki, this event is August to September of 1102. Oh, yeah. Now, so in that case, it does close the 40 years. Right. Okay, yeah. The math is correct. It's correct. Jesus Christ. So Blaze is 40s. 40 years old. Man. Oh my god. Thank you, Arknights. Oh my god, what a hag. Sorry. She's way older than what I was expecting. She understands what has happened, but all she has to offer is silence. The age of 40 is in demand, if you say so. She turns and stands in front of Blaze, shielding her.
Your deeds at the Judicial Review Office are worthy of my respect, Deputy Minister Len, and I was kind enough to remind you before. It seems you have decided to completely ignore my warning. I am perfectly aware of what I am doing. I don't need your reminders. You know who she really is, yet to go so far as to protect the descendants of a traitorous mandarin. Why? The truth. The truth you are all too afraid to talk about. Lin Qingyan! What are you two talking about? What do you mean? I am the descendant of a traitor. My dad. Who is he? Why did he die? Forgive me. I was planning to tell you everything after tonight, but it seems now is not a good time. I will make it up to you later, however you like. Provided we make it out of here alive, that is. She will be coming with me tonight. As long as I am here, she will not. Forget that. You will need 3 of you to simply obstruct me. Lin Qingyan! Go already. Oh boy. A burst of lightning blasts open a hole in the palace wall. Before the dust has been settled, a somewhat gentler blast of energy strikes Blaze. She is sent flying out of the Forbidden City, falling towards a distant patch of ground. Blaze has done this sort of high-altitude leaps countless times before, as a form of dynamic entry into the battlefields. Dynamic entry. That's one way to put that. Or whatever happened to need her. She has never once felt fear. She believed in her own strength and in her many friends. There was never any confusion in her mind either. She knew who she was. She knew where she must go. She knew what she believed in. There is no plot that can hold back her heat, just like how the mist of dawn cannot hide away the sun. But now, what awaits her is no longer solid ground, but an endless abyss. She closes her eyes. Where? Ning Yin lies on the bed, her breathing faint. The crutch in the old man's hand shudders, and he nearly falls over. After having seen so many things across so many years, he thought nothing more in this world could shock him. His lips open and close, yet, try as he might, he can make no sound. Until someone in the shadows begins to speak first. She yet leaves. It's you. Stay your steps, Mr. Ning. Come no closer. You never saw me tonight, and she never left the house. But why? She intruded upon the feast of 100 delicacies. She was with that girl when I discovered her. If she had run into anyone else, she would not still be alive. Impossible. 40 years. I can't believe it's you again. 40 years ago, you left her here. Now, you save her life once more. Save her from a terrible fate. Oh! So this big guy was the mysterious man, bloodied man that left the baby in his house, in the old man's house. Not Gukwan. I thought Gukwan was the bloodied man that did it. Oh, okay, so now the whole timeline makes more sense to me. But when and how did they manage to move Blaze to Victoria? So perhaps the reason they are going after Gukwan, him, his wife and daughter, maybe it's because they discovered what he did. Maybe. And that's why they decided to go after him. Oh. Okay. Fate. It must be fate. There's no escaping it. There never was. I did not leave her here for her sake. It was you who saved her, Mr. Ning. You once swore an oath to never let anyone know the truth of this case in exchange of her names. But it seems you are now wavering when it comes to past vows. The true Lung will know of tonight's event. The choice is yours, Mr. Ning. A gust of wind, and it was like nobody was even there. The old man stands in stunned silence. His daze is interrupted as he hears a sound coming from outside the courtyard walls. A sound like a roaring, like weeping, like admonishment. I must be going mad. It's autumn. Why do I hear cicadas? Where did how did I get here? Oh, finally awake, I see. I knew you were one tough feline. Look at you, as lively as a fin on a line. Jang was making a fuss about calling a doctor. He was shouting so hard he forgot what time it was. How long was I out? Wait, where are they? Ling Chengyan, did Ning Yin come by here? Seriously, how did I get here? Alright, slow down. I don't even know where to start with all these questions. Last night I was on my way to the night market to get some cheap veggies when I found you lying down in the middle of the street. But you were drunk at first. I was worried you would freeze to death or something, so I brought you back here. Lies. Fucking liar. He knows way more about what's happening right now. He definitely knows about his brother's movements during the feast. You were cursing up a storm in your sleep. Hypocrites. There's wither that and a lot of more besides. I don't know where you managed to learn such creative yanese. The Ning Yin you mentioned it, and whoever this Ling Qingyan is, never seen them before, so I don't know if they were here. I need to go find them. Whoa, where are you going? The Forbidden City. I just saw a whole bunch of guards patrolling around there. You think you can just get in? I don't care. I have to go. Who do you think you are going to find after having lost yourself like that? What are you talking about? Just speaking the truth here. You lost yourself, yeah? You don't know where yourself has gone. Where it's wandering off to. You hear a few words from from someone else, and wouldn't you know it, you barely even know your own name, much less who you are. Such absurdity. A tangerine seed is blown from Jiangnan to Jianbei. Here it takes root and yields fine fruit. What let this seed grow so well wasn't Jiangnan or Jianbei, but decades worth of rain and sun. It's ultimately the same fruit. Jiangnan and Jianbei might not be the same place. But an orange is an orange. Doesn't matter where you eat it. All things begin, all things end. There is the outer truth and the inner truth. Once you figure that out, then you can get back to asking your questions. Do you know something about all this? What do you know? Tell me! What do I know? I am a chef. All I know is how to season my ingredients, how to boil stuff, stir-fry stuff, regular fry stuff. Oh, right. Think you reminded me of something. Weren't you trying to find an authentic tangerine cakes? I think I know how to make those. Well, that was a lot. That was a lot of information. Man. The daughter of the previous Grand Preceptor, huh? I'm still waiting for you to show exactly who he is to people. Well, maybe he won't. Nah, he probably will though. Also, we already seen two sweet siblings here. I wonder if the others will also appear, like Dusk, Nyan, and Shu. Maybe by the end of the events, perhaps, because if Yu is at Rhodes Island, he definitely going to make contact with them, I think. And there is still a lot of info dump. Exactly. Oh man. Alright. And with that, that's the end of today's stream. Oh my god. Oh my back. Ouch. Oh man, this is fun. This is really, really fun. Just 3 more stages to go. I'll go through them tomorrow. Ah man. So about this event, I have to finish the other stages. I have not done them yet. I think I'm going to do them this afternoon on my off time. Alright, enough stalling. I have things to do. Just 30 minutes to 6 PM for me. Thank you, Equinox, for coming to the stream. 5, 4,
3, 2. I have to do the EX stages too. Oh, so now it is 2 of us. Don't forget, you better do them soon. Just 3 more days remaining before the event ends. 2, 1. Bye.